Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. But if you're title, you know what this video is about. I'm trying to give you guys at least a video, maybe not every day, but at least try to at least 5 days of the week, because there's not a lot of content going on right now, because as you guys know, it's the off season. This is a football channel for the Steelers only, so gotta find different things to discuss. And on my own personal channel, Arsenal D.B, the reason I upload a lot on there, because I'm doing basketball, I'm doing NBA, WNBA, I'm doing NFL, I'm doing all the teams. I'm not just doing one team, so it's more content to kind of like find and to have stuff still active. I might start doing boxing over there too as well, so do look out for that if you do want to subscribe to the Arsenal D.B channel. But today I want to discuss, of course, some topics we've been seeing, and we're gonna start off first with the craziest one, the Chase Claypool one. I've seen Chase Claypool is set to come back to the NFL, and I've seen some Steelers fans still like Chase Claypool, but a majority of the fans do not want him back. I feel like the Steelers on Chase Claypool little error has kind of like the ship has sailed a long time ago. I doubt the Steelers bring him back. If they do bring him back, that'd be very surprising to me, but I doubt they bring him back. I know we would discuss that. I was on Steelersnation Australia podcast. Mark has, I think on Sunday, he was talking about that, the possibility of Chase Claypool coming back. I was like, if the Steelers are looking to bring Juju Smith-Schuster back, I would be interested in that, but I wouldn't be like fighting for it crazy. But Chase Claypool, I feel like there's no interest in that. I feel like the Steelers are cool where they at right now. The way the team is going and the mentality of everybody who we have, of course, as well in the locker room. I think we kind of like a lot of those guys matured, and we kind of like built into a new era of Pittsburgh Steelers football. So I think that ship has already sailed with Chase Claypool coming back to the Steelers. I also did see something else, of course, about Darius knees. It said being kind of a concern a little bit. His knee injury that he had, of course, in 2023. He dealt with the little tweaks here and there last year with the Eagles, and then now this year the Steelers signed him to a 1-year deal worth up to I think it's fully guaranteed $10 million. So we'll see how he lasts. Because he did mention on his podcast that he said he's supposed to have been a Steeler 2 years ago. He said 2 years ago the Steelers contacted him. He said TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, those guys contacted him and asked him about becoming a Steeler, and he said that he was responding to them and talking, but he said then eventually they kind of like signed Patrick Peterson right off the back, and then he kind of like found a different scenario, a better option with the with the Philly. But now he's here. Like that, the Steelers wanted him, and they finally got him here. They wanted Jalen Ramsey for a while too, and they finally got him here too. And he might be on a little end of their careers. Jalen Ramsey probably still in the midst, like the end of his prime, but still able to go out there and do things. Darius Slay is probably on the end of his career, maybe going out the door. He's 34, 35 years old, but they still have enough juice to get it done. I seen that the article said that he's set to start on the outside of JPJ and Jalen Ramsey in the slot. I would probably switch that around. I would like to have, I think Jalen Ramsey is a very good cornerback. He can play, Jalen Ramsey is very good. He can play anywhere. He can play anywhere around the field like that. His versatility and his physicality that he play with, his speed and quickness and stuff, his technique is amazing. So I think he can play on the outside, and they have JPJ on the outside. And then Darius Slay play the slot. Now Darius Slay start mess up a little bit in the slot, you can kind of switch maybe JPJ, the young guy, put him in the slot position, kind of mix it up, just based off of what the matchups are. I feel like those guys are going to rotate around, because when you have the depth that the Steelers have, and Corey Trice is still there too as well, so hopefully he can learn a lot from these guys and get better. Because we did see some flashes from him last season, but then he had some moments where he was kind of down a little bit last year as well. But I think the Steelers will be based off of matchups. So if there's a matchup that say, oh, Jalen Ramsey will be favored in this matchup. If he played in the slot, put him in the slot. If he be favored to play on the outside, put him outside. JPJ be favored in the slot, put him in the slot, and Darius Slay on the outside with him. So just kind of mix it up and put the best, like every week, just pick those best 3 guys and rotate them and kind of confuse defenses and make things just like great like that for our defense. So we'll see what goes on fully with that. Also seen, of course, that report that a lot of us already speculated a little bit that Connor Hayward could be kind of finished, especially after Jonnu Smith is getting here. So now you got Jonnu, you got Pat Freiermuth, and you got Darnell Washington. So that's the first 3 tight ends. So the 4th tight end will be Connor Hayward and fullback. So some people think that he could be released as a save a roster spot. I think he might find his way on there, because he still do a pretty solid job at special teams, a pretty good job at special teams. So he probably stay, of course, in Pittsburgh. But Cordarrelle Patterson is probably a person that could get released. We discussed that on the Steelersnation Australia podcast as well, Mark. We're trying to see if Cordarrelle Patterson will get released. And I think the way Arthur Smith loved Cordarrelle Patterson, I don't know if he's going to get released or not, but he should get released, because he didn't really bring a lot last year. He had one good game against the Colts where he put like 65 yards or 70 yards rushing, and he got injured. He had concussion, and he was gone for a few weeks and came back, but not the same. So he's a little older. He didn't really bring a lot of anything, really too much with the Steelers last year. So I think most likely he might be out the door. But you never know what could happen. You never know. But it's basically all I have for today's video, just discussing some of that stuff. TJ Watt contract situation is still the same thing. Of course, trying to speculate if he's going to get traded. The Steelers trade him away or the Steelers keep him. Most likely they should keep him, of course, because, you know, it is TJ Watt. You know, he's a big-time player for our team. And if you're going all in, for this season, you got to have TJ Watt aboard and trying to bring him on board with everybody here to kind of get things bolstered up to try to go all in for this year. So we'll see what goes on and what happens. But it's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoy it. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.